what we're looking at is just reviewing exercise 1B, alright, and some of the questions that I think are quite important, alright. This first one is about like terms, okay, collecting like terms, and the second one is about simplifying algebraic expressions, alright. So in the first one, we're collecting like terms. So Jaden, sorry mate, I'm going to choose you. Can you explain to me which ones are like terms there? Are they all like terms? Okay, so Jaden thinks they're all like terms. Who would agree or disagree with that? Hands up if you would agree with that. Sorry Jaden, you got no support there. At least you had a crack, that's good. So Jess, what would you say are like terms there, Jess? Matters, sorry. Jess, you're nearly right. You want to slightly correct that a little bit? Excellent. So Jess has said this is a like term along with this being a like term. Okay? They're really important. And Jaden, I'm hopeful that you can see now why they're like terms. PQ squared and PQ squared are the same, apples and apples. Alright, these aren't QP squared, they're QP. Did I get around the right way? I might not have got around the right way there. I probably didn't, which is always a trick. QP and QP and PQ. No, I did get them around the right way. So, we've got 10 PQ squared and minus 3 PQ squared. Remember the sign goes with that which comes after it. So it looks like this, PQ squared, take 3 PQ squared, and because these aren't the same at all, QP and PQ, they're not like terms at all, I just chuck them on the end, exactly as they are. The minus sign goes with that, and the minus sign goes with that. And so we've got something that looks like that. Now again, this is the stuff that you can simplify. You can't do anything with this here. Okay, because they're not like, they're not similar. So 10 PQ squared takes 3 PQ squared. Jared Island, even? What does that leave you with? 10 PQ squared take 3 PQ squared. What does that leave you with? 7 PQ squared, good. 7 PQ squared, and because these last two aren't the same, that's as simple as you can get it. Okay, Ellen, what adjustment would we have to make these two here the same, or to be able to simplify them? What would have to change? Yeah, they'd both have to be QP, or they'd both have to be PQ, exactly. Okay, so they're not like terms, so we just throw them on the end, they're just there. But we do be very disciplined, we do remember that the sign belongs to that which comes after it, and the sign belongs to that which comes after it. Okay? So that's one really important thing I think to take out of that chapter there, is about collecting like terms. Alright? Are there any questions with the collecting like terms? Do we feel comfortable with that? Again, I think the only thing that will be new or a problem to you is having that sign follow everything which comes after it. And you corrected yourself really well, Jess. The other element of this chapter that's really important is simplifying algebraic expressions. Okay? And so whenever we've got something like that, initially, in the first instance, while you're just learning this stuff, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get into a bit of a habit. And that habit would be to expand it out and then bring it back down. Over time, you'll get given rules about this, so you won't have to do this expand out and then bring it down. But just for the time being, we're doing that. So what we've got is 3, and how many A's do we have, Jessel? Yep, and how would it look like if we were expanding that out? Excellent. A times A times A. Now I put this times in here because There's a times in there, there's a times in there, there's a times in there, and there's a times in there, yeah? Alright. Am I finished on top here, Ellen? Times B because of this little sucker on the end, that's right. Times B. And then on the bottom line, sorry, what would I have on the bottom line there, Shane? 12 times A times... Excellent. B times B times B times B. There's 4 of them because of this sign up here. Okay. Then we do the numbers. Let's do the numbers first. Okay. Michaela, how do I simplify? How do I simplify 3 over 12? Yep, that works well. How many 3's go into 3? How many 3's go into 3 first of all, sorry? 1, yep. And 3's go into 12? 4 times. And so we're left with 1/4. Yeah, good. How do we simplify? Let's just look at the A's again. It's a bit of a process of collecting like terms. Let's just look at the A's first. What can we do with the A's at the moment here? Jaden, you want to give that a crack?
I don't know.
Yep, no worries, that's all right. Jess? No idea? No? Shane? Yeah, good. You divide one of the A's by the bottom A. You only have one A here, okay? If we had, if these A's, if I was to tell you the A's equaled 3, what you'd have is 3 over 3, and you could simplify that to being that, couldn't you? 1 over 1. Same deal. A divided by A is 1. Okay? So they're essentially out of it now, aren't they? This one here and this one here, because anything times by 1 is itself. What does that leave you in terms of A's? Jess Manners? A times A. And how do we simplify A times A? A to the power of 2. Absolutely.
He'll be in Mr. Brooks' room at the moment, down the other end.
So that's A squared. Yeah, A squared. So bearing that in mind, Jaden, because I know you're a bit of a risk taker, do you want to try and think what you might do with the B's?
The top B divided by one of the other B's.
Excellent, well done. The top B divided by one of the other B's give you 1 and 1. So no longer is there something on top now. Okay. See that they were left on top, so they go on top. Alright. Got anything left on top? No, we haven't, because it's multiplied by 1. We don't have to do anything there. And what's left on the bottom, Jared? Yes, good stuff. We could put the times in B cubed. Okay. So what that looks like, what's 1 times A squared? How do we simplify that? 1 times A squared, Michaela? You could do 1A squared, but do we do the 1? We just get rid of it, don't we? Because we know it's there. So it's just A squared on top, divided by, Shayla? 4B cubed. Excellent. And that's how you'll find it in the back of the book, probably. Okay. So these two here are the harder end, but I think collectively what we've done is we've grabbed our basic rules and we've applied it to a more complex question. Okay? So grabbing the basic rules of collecting like terms, we can simplify it. Okay? Grabbing our basic ideas and concepts, of some of it is BEDMAS, do the numbers first and that sort of thing, is we can simplify it to being this. Alright? If you're having trouble with some of this stuff, look back over this. This will be posted tonight, of course, but look back on some of that. So that's looking at around questions page 81, page 82. Who's still on page 81, 82 area? Who's still there? Anyone? Yep, okay, so this hopefully will help you going forward.